Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So in my today's video, I will be explaining further topic from my last video, that is angles made by a transversal line. So let's get started. In the last session, I have explained you about lines and angles. Before starting the new subtopic, just give a look what we have done in the last session. Lines and angles, angle, naming an angle, types of angle using the smiley angle, then pair of angles, complementary angles, sum is 90 degree, supplementary angle, sum of two angle is 180 degree, adjacent angle, two special points are there. The first point, common arm should be in the middle of other two arm and the other point vertex should be common. Linear pair, sum of two adjacent angle should be 180 degree. Now my today's topic is angles made by a transversal line. So angles made by a transversal line. Before starting that, let us see that what is transversal. A line which intersects two or more lines at two different points is called a transversal line. Here you can see that these two are the parallel lines and pink one is the transversal line. These two lines are not parallel and this is the transversal line. The very important point that is highlighted is two different points. So this transversal line intersects at two different points A and B. Here also this transversal line intersects at two different points A and B. Why this point is important? If the line will intersect at one point, that is common point, then the lines will become concurrent lines. This is not called a transversal line. That's what the very important point. Two different points. So the first figure shows that this pink line is the transversal line where these two lines are parallel. Another figure, again this pink line is a transversal line. Here these two lines are not parallel. So one more thing is there, for transversal line it is not necessary lines to be parallel or lines should not be parallel. It is not necessary the lines, only two lines should be there. It may be three or it may be four lines are there. Again very important point, with the two lines and one transversal line we are getting 8 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If the lines are not parallel, then also we are getting 8 angles. Now the next point is interior angles and exterior angles. What are the interior angles? These two lines are given and one is the transversal line. So between these two lines, 4 angles are there, angle 3, 4, 7 and 8. Inside these two lines, so we called it interior angles. Now the next one is exterior. Exterior means outside. Again these are the two lines. This is the transversal line. So outside 1, 2, 5 and 6, these 4 angles slide outside these two lines. So these 4 angles are called exterior angles. Now we have different pair of angles here also. The first one is alternate angles. For example, I have written here numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can assume that those 7 students are standing in a line. If I can say starting with 2, all the alternate students raise their hands. So definitely roll number 2, 4 and 6 will raise their hands. Or in another way I can say that leave one, take one, leave one, take one, leave one, take one. So the same concept we will use for alternate angles also. Here I have drawn there 4 lines. The first two is I am talking about the interior angles and next two I am talking about the exterior angles. Now come to the first figure. If I'll start with 8, next interior angle is 3 if you will go with the clockwise. So leave 3, take 4. Take 1, leave 1, take 1. So angle 8 and angle 4 are called alternate interior angles. Similarly, if I'll take 3, so leave 4, take 7. So 3 and 7 are called alternate interior angles. Now you can ask me, instead of clockwise, if we will go anti-clockwise, then again the scenario will be same. Take 8, leave 7, take 4. So again 8 and 4 will be the alternate interior angles. So you go by clockwise or anti-clockwise. Take 1, leave 1, take 1 will give you alternate angles. Interior alternate angles. Same concept we will use for exterior angle. Now here I will start with the exterior angle 1. So leave next 2 and then come another exterior angle 5. So 1 and 5 are called alternate exterior angles. Similarly, if I start with 2, leave 5, take next 6. So 2 and 6 are called alternate exterior angles. Here one thing, can you see that this red color? Can you see which letter is it? Yes, this is the letter Z. This is again the letter Z. So whenever we are getting alternate angles, always we are getting Z shape in all the 4 rotation. These arrows indicate these 2 lines are parallel and this is the transversal line. So whenever you are getting Z shape, so we are getting 2 angles in Z shape and these 2 angles are called alternate angles. Now here you can see that we are getting 1 pair of interior angle and 1 pair of exterior angle. So 2 and 2. So always we are getting 2 pairs of interior angles and 2 pair of exterior angles. Now the next one is corresponding angles. Again, if I'll start with one side of the transversal line, here above the line, here also above the line. So 1 and 7 are called corresponding angles. Same way, one side of the exterior and one side of the transversal line, below the line, here also below the line. So 8 and 6 are called corresponding angles. Now come to the right hand side of the transversal line. Above the line, here also above the line. So 2 and 4 are called corresponding angles. Again below the line. So 3 and 5 are called corresponding angles. Here also I have drawn with the red color. Can you identify which letter it is? Yes, the letter F. So whenever we are getting corresponding angles, always we are getting letter F in all the 4 rotation. And here we are getting 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Definitely again these arrows indicates the parallel line. So whenever lines are parallel, we are getting these 2 angles and these 2 angles are called corresponding angles. And the next one is co-interior angle. This is not the bracket. This is C. This is useful. That's what I have written C in a different way. So CO, co-interior angles. This is your transversal line. If I'll hide one side. So right hand side, the sum of 2 interior angles. On the one side of the transversal line, sum of 2 interior angles. These 2 interior angles are called co-interior angles. So 3 and 4 are called co-interior angles. Similarly, if I'll hide the right hand side part, so left hand side on the transversal line, we are having 2 interior angles, 7 and 8. So 7 and 8 are called co-interior angles. So with the 2 lines and 1 transversal line, we are getting 3 types of pairs of angles: alternate angles, corresponding angles, and co-interior angles. Now the very important situation, if the 2 lines are parallel, then alternate angles are equal in measurement. Here 8 and 4 are equal. Suppose 8 is 60 degree, then measurement of 4 will be again 60 degree. Same way, corresponding angles are also equal. Here you can see that angle 1 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. These lines are parallel. So 1 and 7 will be equal in measurement. Co-interior angles, if the lines are parallel, then sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree. So angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. So these are the basic concepts related with the transversal and angles made by the transversal line. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. If you like my today's video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubts or suggestions, please comment down below. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye. Bye.